What is going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech, and whoa, next in mine. And how you doing? All the way from India. Hope you guys doing good. Such a pleasure to meet you at Mine Disrupt. Speaking of Mine Disrupt, wearing the shirt. This is where I met them. Jay Bohannon, Paladin. Thank you for stopping by. So it's been a hell of a week. But first of all, my name is Vega. This is SerpentX Tech. This is a show, Caffeine and Crypto, that we do every Saturday around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after Crypto Mikkel and proceeding, usually Red Panda, followed by Rabbit Mining, what we call your, used to be Saturday morning cartoons, but I guess it's Saturday morning crypto. But I welcome you to join me with your favorite beverage, caffeinated beverage of choice, coffee, energy drink, whatever you might got, as we go over this past week's crypto news. So I got a few articles to go over, but I also want to give you guys a personal update. But I'm gonna leave that towards the end of the video because you guys don't give a crap about money. You want to hear about what's going on in crypto and what's going on in Bitcoin. Well, right now Bitcoin is sitting over 68K, 68.4K. Ethereum over that $2,500 hump. BNB almost at 600. We even got Doge up 7%, almost getting close to that 15 cents. We actually did hit into 69K range for Bitcoin yesterday. And if we look at the charts here, the 68K range, this line, like right below the line where we're at right now, is technically has been our nemesis. Like back here in July, we bounced off of it, right? So resistance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and we were bouncing off of it again recently, but we're kind of sitting on top of it. We're technically on top of it. So if we can hold this 68K and chop sideways, that gives us positive momentum. And I talked about in our recent giveaway, which we did do a giveaway this earlier this week, thanks to Techman, gave away some Bitcoin. In that video, I was talking about, you know, some people were expecting a pullback of some type. And you can see we had 3 daily green candles. 1 red is where we were at the time. We had another green daily candle yesterday, but now we're putting in a red. Could that turn green? I'm hoping it would turn green this weekend, but we could have a pullback before Monday. And then when Monday turns around, chop sideways, push up again, yada, 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 ETFs, inflows, whatever. So I think this is good. This is good, but can we sustain it is the question. So articles we're going to go over today: Bitcoin price set to break 7-month slump, which would be good. Bitcoin ETFs hit 65 billion record. Institutional demand is rising. ETP flows signal Bitcoin breakout, says VanEck. SYSE or CBEO OE, when SEC approval of Bitcoin ETF options. Bitcoin ETF liquidity set to surge after SEC approval, options approval, If you invested $1,000 10 years ago, how much would you have made now? $1,000 10 years ago, how much you would have made now? Let's see what this article has to say. I'm interested. Crypto ATMs coming to 45 states and locations across 5 U.S. states. Believe it or not, the Bitcoin that we gave away was through a Bitcoin ATM. Techman is the one who did it. Good way to send some Bitcoin, sort of anonymously. Again, Bitcoin doesn't have privacy, or it has some level of obfuscating identity, but it's very easy for experts to track down who did what and where. But yeah, anyways, Ethereum's Petra fork adds dynamic blob fees to improve layer 2 scaling. Vitalik calling for Ethereum to hit 100K transactions per second with rollup. I did clickbait the shit out of you with that title in my video though. And then an Ethereum phone. Very interesting. So that is the news for today that we're going to go over. Will Ethereum be always be number 1? I don't know if the language there is correct. Solana rapidly gaining ground. Well, right now we could say Ethereum is number 1 compared to Bitcoin. If we remove Bitcoin, Ethereum is still king of all. While Solana has been climbing, I don't see a flipping happening just yet. The Ethereum ecosystem is vast and has grown. We'll probably have to check out DApp Radar. So anyways, back to the charts. Pretty good week this week. I'm happy with the way things gone. Probably will chop sideways the weekend, right? And then maybe start pushing up. You know, we could get over 70K. That would be ideal. But again, look at the volume at the bottom of the screen here, right? Compared to this huge red candle. And thank you, Crypto Mikkel, and everybody coming over from that stream. if you look at this candle here, a huge volume on that day where we dipped all the way down to 49K, right? Big sell opportunity, big buying opportunity, in my opinion, not financial advice. But the volume hasn't been a lot. We're missing volumes from days past, right? Like we're half, maybe a quarter of volume from days past. I mean, look at the volume here, right? This was July through March 2023. Like if we could get that volume back, that would be good. Right now, a lot of people are holding and chilling, right? They're playing their cards tight to the close to the chest. They're hanging on to whatever Bitcoin they might have, expecting Bitcoin to hit those targets. Whether it's one speculated speculation of 72K, 74K, you know, breaking new all-time high, 100K, 120K. Everybody can tell you all their freaking numbers, but it really comes down to the fundamentals, and the fundamentals look sound. Bitcoin looks poised, and it's just going to take time to get there. All right, so news. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you at me or send a super chat. Good morning, Dan, veteran miner. What do we got going on this morning? Well, a whole bunch of shibbity. So again, at the beginning, I wanted to just focus on these news articles. I do have a personal update. If you guys can stay tuned for that at the end, because even though Bitcoin, this is a good week for Bitcoin, it's been a shit week for me. But again, I know a lot of people don't give a damn about me, so I'm just going straight into the articles. But if you do want to stay, please stay. Personal updates, project updates, what's going on. But Bitcoin price set to break 7-month slump as Bitcoin ETFs hit 65 billion record. Bitcoin faces a crunching weekly close as bulls seek to break through the 7-month downtrend. Data from Cointelegraph and TradingView reveals Bitcoin price action attempting to crack resistance in place since March at an all-time high. Bitcoin has spent over half a year consolidating in a downward sloping channel since hitting a record highs of almost 74K. Despite several attempts to re-enter the price discovery, BTC USD has remained range-bound ever since. Now traders hope the landscape is different. Analyzing the weekly chart, trader and analysts from Rec Capital showed repeated stabs at the channel's upper edge. Remember what I was talking about back here? Repeated stabs where we're trying to break through that resistance, and we have failed in the past, but it looks like we're kind of sort of on it or above it, but I'm again maintaining my expectations, conserving my enthusiasm. Bitcoin has experienced rejection from the top of the downtrend channel red, just like in the past blue circles, he said. It's essentially Bitcoin weekly closes inside the red resistance to avoid a deeper rejection from here. So if we could close in this red, we could avoid a deeper rejection from here. And it looks like, you know, again, that this article was written on the 18th. This picture was on the 15th. So it looks like we're in that area. Generally, we need to observe this downtrend channel resistance red for signs of weakening compared to the previous rejections. On the lower time frames, there is more cause for optimism thanks to daily closes already occurring outside the channel, which is what we were looking at on the daily close. Within the recent move, it has finally broken out of the channel and is traded in for most of 2024. Fellow trader and analyst Dan Crypto Trades told X followers. An accompanying chart showed BTC USD clearing a 200-day simple moving average or exponential moving average cloud, something causing some struggles since summer. Short mid time frame trend is also up. So on the short time, we're looking good. In the long term, we're looking positive. But as we've seen with Bitcoin many of times, that can all change. Of course, Bitcoin institutional demand continues to break new records. As we talked about or mentioned at the beginning of this article, Bitcoin investment vehicles globally have seen nearly net yearly inflows of 360,000 Bitcoin, and they're on track to surpass the Grayscale-led 2020 record of 373 BTC, or 373K BTC, says an analyst from the K33 research firm, confirmed on the 18th. Net flows of the United States spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund has topped a record 20 billion. While total assets have reached a new all-time high of 65 billion. Okay, so all right, so we topped the 20 billion, and we talked about this in the giveaway video early this week. I just wanted to specify that it took gold ETFs 5 years, almost 5 to 6 years to hit the $20 billion record for their gold ETFs. It took gold. We did that in less than a year with Bitcoin. So that's already a good positive indicator, in my opinion. For context, it took gold about 5 years to reach the same number. So yeah, good things on the horizon for Bitcoin. I think it's here for the long haul. I think we're living in a world now, and I know not everybody likes this, but the suits are in the game, baby. The suits, the Wall Street traders, the elite, they're in Bitcoin. Originally probably conceived to get away from banks and centralized entity and put the power of money or monetary value back into the hands of the people. Now the suits and the centralized entities are in the game. The beautiful thing is they can't control it. The wonderful thing is we could still interact with it and trade with one another. All right, like we sent Bitcoin across the world and nobody told us when, why, and how much. And the fees probably weren't as bad. I know Bitcoin ATMs tend to be bad, but if I wanted to send you Bitcoin right now, it might cost me a few cents, depending on which platform I use. In some cases, it could cost $1 or something, which isn't bad comparatively when you're sending thousands of dollars to one another because, I need to feed my family in Africa or India or wherever it might be from the job that I'm holding here in the States or Canada or the EU. So fundamentals are sound. Things are looking good in the short term. Things are looking sort of good in the long term, but just curb your enthusiasm, as I always say. Institutional demand and rising ETP flows signal Bitcoin breakout. So because of this continued, and remember, previously, the inflows into these ETFs started to dwindle. There was, I think, 2 to 3 consecutive days of like no flow, basically. And then all of a sudden it started to climb back up. Maybe there was some new information. Maybe new investors were coming online. Maybe people that were, remember, because if I was in Grayscale previously and I wanted to go into IBIT, when I pulled out a Grayscale, there was a time limit. I couldn't just jump back into another ETF. I had to wait. So maybe we're having some of those people that win because Grayscale has slowly been losing users as IBIT has been gaining and other ETFs have been gaining. Grayscale seems to be stabilizing, but if I pulled out of that, I gotta wait. And meanwhile, it sucks because I missed the opportunity to get Bitcoin at a discount earlier, like the 49K, 50K. I don't think it's as instantaneous as that. Like if Bitcoin hits 49K, the ETF value is automatically, it doesn't work that way. But either way, people had to wait. Now they're getting back in, and it's good to see. What's up, Dan Ruggs, Mexico, $4.99. Yeti is the AI. Speaking of Yeti, there was an audit. I'm not sure if you saw it. Produced it and handed it over to the Dynex team for them to review and then critique some things. But there was an audit done on Yeti.uk, and I worked with Yeti and the Dynex team to get them to audit and let them do with it what they want. But it's going to be wrapped Dynex, and I'm interested to see how things go because wrap tokens on the Ethereum ecosystem gives it that much more exposure and allows a new avenues or highways for it to interact. So Dan, thank you for doing that donation. I don't think that was your intent, but I just wanted to specify that. I did repost it on my Twitter if you want to check it out. But yeah, Yeti.uk, and go to contracts and you'll see it in there, such and such. Anyways, going back to what I was saying, yeah, maybe some of the people that got out of Grayscale were in the time period having to wait, and now they're back in, and there was historic or record-breaking inflows this past week, which is pretty cool. Yeti, and Dan, you guys might want to stay. If you guys can stay to the end of the video, you might want to hear this. Crypto Mikkel, you might want to hear this personal update. Again, I'm going to hold to the end of the video, but in that personal update is my normal self objectively telling you about some silliness that I'll tell you towards the end of the video. But going back to the ETP correlation, data from the report showed that the weekly net inflows into US Bitcoin ETPs reached 19.4 billion by mid-October, with institutional inflows driving much of the price discovery process. The correlation between weekly ETP inflows and Bitcoin returns was notably strong, with an R value of 0.34. I don't pay too much credence to that, but this indicates the institutional money is increasingly leading rather than following Bitcoin price movement. The R2 value is an indicator commonly used to determine how a model fits data and predicts future outcomes. So basically, long story short, they're predicting more positive momentum in this general area, right? As the report also found that the daily ETP flows have shown modest predictive power for Bitcoin price changes in after-hours trading, further underlying the influence of institutional inflows. VanEck analysts revealed that during specific periods from July to September, the relationship between ETP flows and Bitcoin returns strengthened, demonstrating how U.S. markets momentum is spilling over into 24/7 global crypto markets. No, Dan, I'm not. I'm just learning like everybody else. I'm not as smart as you guys are, but I do try to contribute in some positive way if I can. Anyways, the report noted that the U.S. listed miners added 2% to their Bitcoin treasury since September, following 11% surge in August. The growing accumulation of Bitcoin, coupled with 8% rise in corporate treasury investments, demonstrates robust institutional confidence in Bitcoin's long-term prospects. Let me break that down for you. So what we're talking about here is U.S. listed miners, right? So large mining operations, which not only were expanding into the AI, so GPUs, proper servers, yada, 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 but they were expanding and getting exposure to ETFs and furthermore to Bitcoin, as well as corporate treasuries, right? Like, so a company, and I know in the past, for example, we had a company in Canada that had the teachers' funds and they invested in some shitcoin. That did not pan out well. However, if they would have put it into Bitcoin, I think that would have panned out a lot better for them. They would still have their money and they wouldn't be in that position that they were in. But corporate treasuries, I'm seeing it, for example, Acorns app, where I get to invest or have kind of like a mini IRA, 401k. I got 4%, 5% Bitcoin exposure in that alone. So I'm diversifying myself amongst various assets and platforms just to, diversify myself, Again, as I said many times, just spreading my weight out on the thin ice to make sure I don't fall through. So, got my normal job, 9 to 5, IRA, 401k, health insurance. I got another one on the side, basically the same thing, but just manual, to where I contribute bits and pieces. Can't contribute a lot. And then I got direct exposure to Bitcoin and other assets, as well as the ETFs or the underlying ETFs. Good mix, real estate, automotive, cars I paid for. I'm trying to diversify myself to a point to where if one falls, the other will still be fine, and vice versa. I still think a black swan event could really hamper things, unfortunately. Especially with what's going on, the geopolitical tensions, macroeconomic conditions. If a black swan event were to happen, World War III or some shit, then I think the market would definitely take a hit. Now, I'm not saying that will happen. I'm just saying that if something like that were to happen, I could see the markets taking a hit, and now we're back to square one, having to rebuild bit by bit. But I'm hoping that things can be, cooler heads will prevail, things can be resolved. We can get to a better, more stable economic future for all countries and all regions. But us humans always gotta piss in somebody else's pot. So anyways, market sentiment and dominance. Sentiment's getting better, right? If we look at the fear and greed index, we're over 61, where we were in the low 30s, 20s. So we're doing a lot better. Things are getting better. Things are looking a lot healthier. So hang tight, guys. We'll be all right. Okay? We'll be all right. 34 viewers. Wow. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Make sure you hit that like button. Thanks so much for stopping by. So let's see here. Let me try to read this. So the SEC approved stock exchange rule changes that permit the listing of options led to spot Bitcoin ETFs, broadened the investment ecosystem around products that receive billions of dollars in inflows a year. According to the two memos from the SEC published Friday afternoon, so yesterday, the NYSE will allow or be allowed to list and trade options on the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, the Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust, and the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF. CBOE Global Markets got approval to list and trade options on the Fidelity Wise, Origin Bitcoin Fund, and ARC21 Shares Bitcoin ETF. So again, just more exposure. The approval comes several weeks after the SEC approved NASDAQ's rule proposal to allow the listing and trading of options in BlackRock's IBIT or iShares Bitcoin Trust. Options are derivatives that allow, just in case you don't know, options are derivatives that allow purchase or sale of underlying asset, in this case, Bitcoin ETFs, at a predetermined price on or before an agreed upon date. Many market participants believe that options trading on Bitcoin ETFs will increase institutional awareness or interest in crypto and overall liquidity, which it will. So getting mad that the suits are in the game, like I was at the very beginning, there's no point, right? Again, they can't control it. No one country can just turn off the internet, and then we can't use Bitcoin because we'll just turn it back on, motherfucker. But, you know, just nobody can control it. Let's just leave it at that. Bitcoin ETF liquidity set to surge after SEC options approval. So basically with the options approvals coming for these various names that I just mentioned, we could have another liquidity surge. I haven't checked what the liquidity is at, what the shorts and longs are at, or what if there could be a crunch or a pullback or anything like that. I don't pay attention. I don't trade derivatives. I probably should for the knowledge that I have, but I just don't have the time. But the consistent inflows into ETFs highlight that institutional demand remains strong with the morning's approval of the SEC, blah, 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 Bitcoin ETFs option, NYSE, blah, blah, blah. Continued ETF inflows could help Bitcoin price reach a new all-time high. ETFs accounted for 75% of new investment in cryptocurrency by February 15th as it surpassed the 50K mark, right? Really helped us get that ball rolling, and now that we're rolling, we just need to maintain it. I do believe, however, as it's notated here in this article, that market participants are preparing for the U.S. election, which will occur less than 3 weeks, right? We want to see how that goes before we really go ham in crypto. What's up, Sherm? Good to see you, Crypto Craig. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all of you there. Hang tight for me if you guys want to hear the personal update towards the end of the stream. But yeah, so Bitcoin, with U.S. equities close to all-time highs and the Japanese yen on fresh weakening trend, risk-on sentiment will only grow stronger as we approach the U.S. election. This will propel risk assets higher and support our Uptober narrative, which a lot of people have been saying Uptober. And October seems to normally be a green month for us. Mixed bag for November, December. I expect a pullback in November, December, or during the holidays, just because, you know, like, for example, I might sell some crypto to pay bills or pay for the trip that we had to book or whatever. So we'll see. So yeah, these two articles are basically tied to one another. We'll see how the liquidity surge goes now that it's been approved. Usually it takes time for that to get rolling, but yeah. So if you had $1,000 in Bitcoin 10 years ago, how much you would have now? Let's go to where's the snapshot? Give me the damn snapshot. Snapshot. Here we go. Historical snapshots. So 2013, let's say 2014. But we are in October 19th. Perfect. October 19th. There you go. Bitcoin was $389, guys. How much do you wish you could go back in time? How much do you wish? I know I wish, because I would have much more Bitcoin than I do now. But $1,000 divided by 389.55. That's 2.56 Bitcoin times today's price, and let's just average it out, of 68,426. 68,426. That'd be 175,000. Not bad. Not bad for a $1,000 investment you made 10 years ago. But here's the thing. How many of you could have held on to that this entire time. This moment it turned, that $1,000 turned into 25 or 30 or 50 or 75, you probably been like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take profits. So, yeah. But imagine if you spent 10,000, whatever, more. We could do this all day. Wow, Pure Coin, holy crap. Name Coin, that's still around, right? Yeah, that's still around. Where's Pigeon? Damn it. Potcoin, oh my god, jeez Louise. Damn you, Potcoin. You broke my heart so many years ago. Never again. Anyways, yeah. Fun little thing to think about. I know there's some real OGs out there that held on to their Bitcoin or got access back to their Bitcoin after years of trying to find their various storage options. Let's just say that. But yeah, very, very interesting. If you would have bought $1,000 of Bitcoin 10 years ago, it would be valued at 170 something thousand now. Isn't that crazy? Crypto ATMs coming to 45 new locations across 5 U.S. states. Cryptocurrency is becoming more accessible across the U.S. with the expansion of digital currency kiosks to 45 new locations in the Southwest and Midwest. Matter of fact, TechMan, I'm not sure what brand ATM was out there, but that's exactly what they used to give away some Bitcoin that we did the giveaway on earlier this week. Yesway, a fast-growing convenience store chain, is partnering with CoinFlip to bring crypto ATMs to its customers, offering a seamless and secure way to buy and sell Bitcoin and digital cryptocurrencies in 5 states, including Texas and Iowa. I'm going to throw a quick poll up, if you don't mind. Would you buy Bitcoin using a BTC ATM? Question mark. Yes. No. Too expensive. And the reason I put that in there is because it is too expensive in my personal opinion. But it's still a way for people to gain exposure, right? Maybe people don't want to download a wallet on their phone or want to download a full node on their computer or even the Electrum wallet. They just want to have some exposure to Bitcoin. They're willing to walk down to the local convenience store, throw 20 bucks, 100 bucks, 1,000 bucks, whatever, and be done with it. Now, question, what if you have the money laundering people that go to these ATMs? I don't think it takes cash, but I think some of them take cash and just use their fake money to get Bitcoin. Would the machine be able to catch it? Be able to sense it? I don't know. I don't know why I put my tinfoil hat on just now, but I did. I don't know why. Am I talking nonsense? Is anybody picking me up, or am I just being an idiot by myself? It's okay to be an idiot. Just being an idiot by yourself is not really cool. Is any other idiots out there with me? Let me know in the live chat. Depends on the fee, says Static. Morning, Gene. Chuck Danger. About 70 mil, carry an extra couple zeros. Dynex branded pair is also being made up now. Oh, nice, Stan and Yeti. Good deal. It's easier to launder money through fiat. It is 100%. But what if I take my freshly printed $100 bills to a Bitcoin ATM? I get Bitcoin, they get the fake money, they don't catch it till weeks later. I mean, maybe if there's a camera at the ATM, like during the transaction, they can go back and be like, yeah, but I don't know. Just tinfoil hat there. But anyways, the company operates Yesway. We don't care about the convenience store. Long story short, Yesway is partnering with CoinFlip. Let's go look at CoinFlip real quick. CoinFlip ATM. Let's go see if we can find an image of it. There it is. This is what it looks like as my computer freezes up. There we go. So, yeah, see, insert cash. You can't put cash. So, interesting. This one looks like card only. That one says insert cash. A bunch of an army of machines right next to the other one. See, not all of them take cash. Nope, there it is, right there. Top right. They take cash. Can you even see that? Oh, nope, I'm in your way. Right here. They take cash. So, I'm just curious. Anybody got some freshly printed 100s they want to loan me real quick? Go test this theory out. I'm joking. FBI, NSA, just chill out, okay? It was a joke. Don't get mad. Anyways, moving on. Ethereum Pectra? Is that how you say that? Pectra? Pectra fork adds dynamic blob fees to improve L2 scaling. Ethereum developers are set to implement the EIP to optimize blob carrying transactions and improve network scalability in the upcoming Petra fork. EIP 7742 will create a mechanism for the Ethereum consensus layer to dynamically set the blob gas target and max values. Galaxy Digital Vice President of Research Christian Kim posted on X after the all-core devs meeting. Blobs are large but temporary chunks of data embedded in the Ethereum transactions designed to make Ethereum layer 2 transactions cheaper. Kim said EIP 7742 should increase the currently fixed blob count, which Vitalik stressed late last month was nearing full capacity and could soon stall scalability, right? So there was a scalability problem that they're having. EIP 7742 should improve that. It's likely a blob count increase will also be included in Pectra, and unlikely other changes to boost scalability like gas limit or slot time change will be included in the upgrade, says Kim. So everything right here from Kim on X. I'm going to go ahead and give that a like if I could get to her. There we go. Thank you, Miss Kim. Make sure you give her a follow too. If you're not following her, I'm already following her, but actually a very nice lady. I don't think she remembers me, but I got to meet her. Maybe we'll see her in the future at Denver. We'll see. Still need to get things together and get funds together, but work in progress. Anyways, Ethereum developer Alex Stokes added on GitHub that increasing the blob parameter to have more flexible target value in relation to the blob max should reduce rigidity from the current fixed blob count. The Pectra upgrade is expected to occur late this year or early 2025. So I'm expecting Q1 2025 is my personal take, but we'll see how things go. Blobs were implemented on EIP 4844, which we covered on this channel on March 13th through the Duncan upgrade. Another proposal, EIP 7623, could also free up blob space by reducing the maximum Ethereum block size from 2.7 megabytes to about 1 megabyte. What's funny is I could talk about this all day, but you guys, or most of you, don't even give a damn. Let's just be real here. What you guys give a damn about is, what is the gas at? How expensive is it for me to transact on the Ethereum network? And there's your price. There's what low, $3.48 for 2 minutes, $3.52 for average, and $3.64 for high. Like, people want to continue. They still play on Ethereum. It's just you don't see somebody with $10 playing on Ethereum because they wind up spending almost $4 or $5 to do so with their $10. You see people that are probably interacting with hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on Ethereum and various dApps and ecosystems. But you don't see a lot of broke people interacting on Ethereum. They still got a lot of people. There's still a lot of automated trading, market makers, all kinds of stuff that's drawing interest. As a matter of fact, let's go to dApp Radar. Let's see what we got here. Because I'm curious, because later on in the article, they're going to be talking about, is Solana going to overtake Ethereum? And I really don't think so, but we'll see here. Let's see. Web3 ecosystem. Where's it at? Trending. Hot contracts. All right. What's the website, Mikkel? What's the website? Rankings, global boosted chains. Oh, wow. Look at BNB. No, hang on a second. Okay, BNB has more dApps. Look at how far Solana is. I don't even see Solana. Where's Solana? Solana's down here. 345 dApps. So no. Like BNB, if anything, might do better. But looking at these metrics here, I think Solana's got a long way to go. I mean, look at Base. Base has 446 dApps. Now, yeah, we could account for, let's see here, dApp volume. Ethereum's number one, 23 billion compared to Solana's 402 million, right? Because Solana's been infested with a bunch of crap tokens, in my opinion. That's why Caffeine Crypto offers at least a little something, because we're giving back to St. Jude's and those impacted by cancer, especially young ones. Coochie Coin, I want to give back to women's foundations, but the project needs to grow. And I don't have the bandwidth to really market that thing the way I want to. I need the community's help, but the community is really focused on Caffeine Crypto right now, because that's where the biggest push is going on right now. And good news about that, which we'll talk about here in a minute. So, no, I don't think Solana will overtake Ethereum, but you're going to hear articles that say the opposite. So anyways, EIP 7742 coming. Should improve things from a blob and scaling perspective, but fees might still be a little bit crazy. Vitalik wants Ethereum to hit 100K transactions per second with rollups. Again, you know, as we continue to move forward, scaling Ethereum, improving Ethereum, transactions per second, you know, yada, yada, yada. I think Ethereum will eventually be, and this is just my price speculation, not yours, not anybody else's. I see a 7K Ethereum, right? I see a 7K Ethereum, but I know a lot of miners got out of Ethereum, so they really don't care if Ethereum succeeds or fails. I just believe with one of the biggest ecosystems, you know, and overall markets, Ethereum needs to be vigilant and make sure that they're executing well. When you're trying to execute a project at that scale, you know, the smallest inconsistency, the smallest error can have a big impact. But we'll see how things go. But Buterin also took aim at the friction between layer 2s, which play an important role in helping scale Ethereum, but feel like walled gardens. Ethereum should feel like one ecosystem, not 34 different blockchains, he wrote, suggesting that adding standardization chain identifiers to addresses and improving cross L2 standards to streamline multi-chain interactions. If we are serious about the idea that L2 is a part of Ethereum, we need to make using the L2 ecosystem feel like using a unified Ethereum ecosystem. So he wants everything to be Ethereum. Of course he does. He's the creator of Ethereum. Of course he does. So we'll see. Now there's an Ethereum phone coming. Freedom Factory has launched, which is funny because Freedom Factory is Cletus's like race factory down south. But they have launched a D1, so this is a completely separate entity dubbed the Ethereum phone, a mobile device integrating Ethereum's ETHOS 4.0 operating system for seamless crypto interactions. Freedom Factory's goal is to empower users with freedom-enhancing technology that restores hope in technology by combating corporate control. I don't see a lot of people picking this up, but would you? Would you be interested in Ethereum running the ETHOS 4.0 operating system? A video posted shared on X, Freedom Factory, backed by industry leaders like Vitalik and Bala, said giant corporations have taken the fun out of technology. However, by launching a Freedom Factory enhancing devices or technologies like DG1, tech firms like Freedom Factory aim to help freedom-loving users restore hope in technology. It should be in spring 2025. Interesting. Wouldn't move my whole life to it, but interesting nonetheless. Last but not least, what we already started talking about, will Ethereum be always be, not be always, but will Ethereum always be number one altcoin, Solana rapidly growing ground? And again, looking at that radar, by that volume, Ethereum's ahead by miles, even over Binance Smart Chain. Transactions, maybe there's an argument because the transactions Solana is number one at. Let's look at NFT volume. Polygon is number one. Ethereum is number 3. Solana is number 5. DeFi total value lock, or TVL. Ethereum is at 80 billion, while so closest competitor Solana is only at around 10 billion. So yeah, got a long way to go, Holmes. Got a long way to go. Wow, my stream on the browser took a dump. Total UAW, right? Unique active wallets. Solana definitely has the lead in that particular area, but I will say I have seen many of times, and I'm going to go ahead and end the poll here, and then we'll talk about it. See many times where multiple wallets are created just so they can get into those stupid coins that I'm talking about: auto trading, bot trading, algo trading, whatever it might be. So a lot of those wallets are probably tied to the same person or entity. Sipping some coffee. Contracts. Look at contracts, because I know there's a lot of contracts on Ethereum. Look at that, 184K versus Polygon 106, and Solana is nowhere to be found. There it is, 19, 1.89K. And then DApps, we already talked about. Binance is, look at Tron too. Tron's losing in a lot of other areas, but it's got definitely a lot of DApps. I remember gambling on Tron. So, anyways, the poll. Would you buy Bitcoin using a Bitcoin ATM? 36% said yes, 36% too expensive, and 26% no. So out of 19 votes, out of 37 people that are watching, make sure you hit that like button. Many of you probably would avoid the ATM, but still, TechMan was able to use it and send money to whoever without having to do any KYC or turn over a little bit of blood or urine sample, which is always good to see. Anyways, updates. All right, so first off, Cats of Crypto. Cats of Crypto is a Solana token. While it may fall into the meme coin category, it is a Solana token that was built in honor of Motherboard tech. Most of you know the story. Long story short, while I was building my own tokens, which is Coochie Coin and Demo Cats, and yes, that does look exactly what you think it looks like. But while I was building this, the devs over at Cats of Crypto reached out, asked for a little bit of help, get past a couple things, roadblocks, helped them out. We got it done, and we're launched. There have been multiple donations to St. Jude on the team's behalf, and we are working towards multiple listings on centralized exchanges. Now, it is a community-led project. I'm not going to say any one person is above the other, but it does revolve around the community and the community interacting, commenting, voting, whatever it might be. So make sure you get involved, get in there, help out. Links should be on the website. There you go. Twitter, X, YouTube, all that stuff. Matter of fact, if we go to the Twitter, something, I believe a vote or a poll is up, if I can find it, on whether Biconomy should list Cats of Crypto as a DeFi token or a meme token. And I believe your vote would help out. If not, it should be in the Discord. I'm not sure where it went or what happened to it, but it's somewhere. It's somewhere. So we'll see. Good things coming, though, on the horizon of Cats of Crypto. Centralized exchanges, still working on a couple of things. Dex Trade will be listing Cats of Crypto. And yeah. Coochie Coin, on the other hand, not so much. I did get reached out to by a couple of centralized exchanges. While I did start with one, it's not one that I personally like. They look like a Thirsty Thursdays type of exchange. They're just trying to grab whatever they can. Website's not refined, a couple other things. So a bit of a shit show. But I am trying to figure out free ways, because I can't pay anybody, to market this token, and I'm trying to just grow the community. But Cats of Crypto has taken the lead in that regard, so I've been just answering and trying to help out as best I can. Pellish and Trip's been doing a really great job. Art, great job on the website for the Cats of Crypto team. Coochie Coin, working, but not really accomplishing what I need to do, so I need to do better. I know that. Another thing, obviously, I'm still a part of the Yeti UK. I've never left. Yeti UK has been working quietly in the background. You know, the last audit from a miner perspective was Telestia, and I misspelled that. I probably need to update that. It's not Telest AI, it's Telestia. Great things happening actually on that project. I'm very interested in their decentralized social platform, but we'll talk. They did an AMA on that, so I would challenge you to jump in their Discord and check them out and learn more about it. But more importantly, recently we had the contract for the Wrap Dynex, or the Dynex wrapper, released. So you can go check that out. So still contributing in some way. I want to do a little bit more with Yeti.uk, but I've been consumed with multiple projects. Cats of Crypto, Coochie Coin, Demo Cats, and now there's another one. Now, there's a video coming out, and this is why I wanted to save all this towards the end. I would urge you, please, let me bring you guys in here. Hang on one second. I would urge you, you're more than welcome to join, start playing around, but I found a fucking problem. I'm just going to be honest with you. Let me bring it up. Okay. The project, the video was recorded, but I didn't release it because of the issue we found. The project is called Wag Lay La. It is a Caspa fork token, but different algo, different names, and the leadership does have some interesting things that they're trying to do. I am not the lead dev. I am just a technical / marketing consultant. I don't want to be a part like the one of the leaders, but I am leading because you guys just know me. I am trying to help out. I always like to help people, and even at the sacrifice of my own well-being and mental health. But either way, project sounded very good. The person reached out to me months ago. Work started getting done, stuff like that. But here's what pissed me off. It was rushed. So this is just me being objective and being who I am. It was rushed, in my opinion. It launched prematurely. While there should have been more time on the test net, we did rush to launch by no actions of my own. Because guess what? This entire time, while this thing was rushing, I'm dealing with Papa Serpent, which, by the way, is confirmed to have cancer. So it's been a rough fucking week. I come home. This token is launched. GPU mining is actually doing good. But, and to be transparent, I think I'm the one that messed it up. Because inside the underlying code, Yeti, was the original CPU miner built in the Go language. And while that was that was used for testing in the testnet, it should not have been allowed. It should have been removed from the repo. It should have been taken out of the actual files needed to build the wallet, the CLI, yada, yada, yada. It should have just been taken out completely. But it wasn't. And so I was able to use that exact same thing, and all of a sudden my CPU was hitting blocks like that. I'm talking block, 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 block. And it started slowing down. But guess what? Now the GPUs, who were mining good for 12 hours at the day that we launched this, just didn't hit any blocks. People with GPU farms, 200 gigahash, 400 gigahash, not hitting a single block. And it all started because I saw somebody say they were CPU mining in the Discord. And I wanted to test it out, because if we leave something there, somebody's going to play with it. So I tested it out. And while I may have not been the first, as soon as I found it, I was like, we got a problem. We got a problem. Reported it, gave the information, and sure enough, the problem, I still don't understand the full breadth of the situation, which I'm working to get because the community deserves that. But because my name is at the top of the fucking Discord, because the other guys are offline. They've been up for 24 hours busting their ass, which the problem was fixed. It was fixed last night. They've been pulling all-nighters to fix it. We should have just done this prior to launch. This is what happens when you rush things. I understand the enthusiasm. I understand the happiness. I'm interested in the project. It's a multi-algo split. Matter of fact, let's talk about the tokenomics. So the problem's fixed. Sorta. But I still want to understand the full breadth of the problem. Is there a consensus issue? Is there a minor issue? Was it a stratum bridge issue? And it does seem like, looking at what I saw in the brief time, because I got up and then obviously saw some of this and then needed to do my live stream, I haven't been fully brought up to speed. Most of the team's asleep. My name's at the top. So when problems hit when shit hits the fan, guess who they're freaking pinging? And I'm not the lead dev. I didn't code this. But I did see that there was a problem / exploit with the fact that we left the Go miner built in and people were able to mine it, and CPUs were destroying GPUs. A 58 kilohash CPU was hitting blocks when a 200 gigahash farm was not. That's a problem, especially when you launch the token as a GPU token. Originally, it was supposed to be CPU only, and then eventually go to GPU. But we launched a GPU. I found the exploit because I saw others doing it, reported it, and it's been getting fixed. So premature, a haste launch, should have took more time, but it's getting resolved. And on top of that, I don't think the team knows that I've been secretly in the background making sure that the right people are talking. Now, the lead dev has been doing a great job of talking with the right miner devs, but my brain is going to, is this a consensus problem? Is there a problem with the blockchain? Or do we have a pruning problem? Because this is a cast before it. So I've been talking and sharing information, so on and so forth. So we got two different battles going on. Lead dev working with the miners, trying to figure out the bridge and all that stuff, which they obviously did because it launched last night. And me trying to figure out what this all caused. Well, like, when did this happen? What was the point of ingress? What was the event horizon that caused this? How can we fix it? Yada, yada, yada. But they pissed off my boy Ark. And he's not even, he built this site. And he's not even on it. So things could have been done better. I understand why Ark's mad. Spent a lot of his time, resources, not getting paid, used his server, used his skill set. I'm not getting compensated either. But because my name is at the top of this Discord in pink, and everybody else was offline when this shit hit the fan, if I left, it looks like it was a rug. So I'm staying, and I've been communicating with the correct people much smarter than me to help fix it. Let's just leave it at that. I want to do videos. I was going to launch a video, but I'm going to wait because I want to get everything tweaked. But long story short, the tokenomics is 500 is the block reward for Wayla for the first 3 months. And then on the 4th month, the block reward reduces to 456.26 and it increases monthly until reaching approximately 0.03 Wayla by the 108th month. The emission model accumulates in total a max supply of 17.5 billion Wayla. No exchanges. You got the socials. You could jump in the Discord. I'm actually, matter of fact, let me bring it up. I actually am using my FPGA rig right now to host the node, the CLI node. And the guide does need to be fixed. The website does need to be updated now that the bridge has been fixed. Just FYI, which I don't have access to, and nor do I want to take on that responsibility. The lead dev or somebody else can do it. Because, again, I'm here from a consultative capacity. And if they would have asked me, I would have told them to wait. I would have told them we needed more time on the testnet. I would have told them, hey, you know, I don't agree with X, but I do agree with Y. But I wasn't consulted in that capacity, but I also wasn't 100% available because I was dealing with Papa Serpent's situation. So another project, proof of work token. So here's the node, right? FPGA miner right here. Here's the node. Here's the CPU miner, which is only a dual core, 1.39 mega hash. I think it's like a Celeron or whatever. And then here's the GPU miners. But It's a Stratum bridge, just like you're familiar with, but you see that there's no hash rate reporting. I am hitting blocks, but there's no hash rate reporting. So that's something that needs to be addressed. And I am using Hivon to connect to the pool, right? So you're going to have to use SRB miner. Matter of fact, is SRB 2.69 out yet? Let me see here. Yeah, so SRB miner 2.6.9 is out. Originally, I had to use the old version and then do the manual upgrade command, which you guys should be familiar with, right? Change directory temp, wget, blah, 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 extract, miner stop, apply, start. So that same thing. And then we're hashing away here. Hash rate's reporting locally at the miner, but the hash rate is not reporting correctly at the bridge. I got some of our best on it, so we'll see. And that's my update. Shit week. My dad's taking it in stride. It just sucks. But everybody in this world has a family member or friend that's been impacted by cancer, so we'll see. And I don't know if my statements that I just mentioned about the project Waglela is gonna piss off the lead owner, dev, whatever. But like, I've always been objective and transparent, and that's it. My personal opinions on it, again, should have waited, should have done some more testing in the test net before launch. We didn't. We launched. I found that the Go CPU miner was still in there, and it shouldn't have been in there. And then when we launched it, whoever did, whether it was me or somebody else first, obviously caused an issue, and the CPUs felt like they were grabbing all the low difficulty shares, and the GPUs were just getting stuck like Chuck and just hashing for hours and not hitting any blocks, which is completely unfair. But now CPUs and GPUs can mine. Whether or not a CPU will be just as profitable, probably not, as more GPUs come online. But check it out. Look for video updates about it and let me know your thoughts. I don't like it when projects try to rush things and then hide their fuck ups. I don't think they're trying to hide anything. I just don't think that we don't fully have an understanding of what caused the issue and what do we need to do. Not only what do we need to do to resolve all the little issues, but is there anything else that we need to resolve? We fixed the Stratum bridge. GPUs can mine again. It was going good for the first 12 hours, but is there anything else that needs to be corrected? We'll have to wait and see. But check out links in the description. I didn't put Waglela down there. It is waglela.com. I'll post it in the live chat. I'm not going to put it in the description yet. Wait for videos. I'll put out videos. But yeah, if you want to play around with it, get used to it, go for it. Wrap Dynex launched on the 21st on Uniswap for its first DEX. All right, so Wrap Dynex is going to be launching on Uniswap on the 21st. That's interesting. Look at Dynex pump. Nice little pump over the past 24 hours. Okay, doing good. 7 days looking much better. Monthly's looking better. Right now, Dynex is sitting around 42 cents, almost 43 cents. And of course, we can see here in the markets, Gate, Mexi, BingX, Bitmart, Biconomy, but soon Uniswap. And that, again, let me tell you what happened here. Similar to Alphium, when Alphium bridged itself to Uniswap, look what happened. Right? The token took off. Right? So this is all before Uniswap, 21 cents, 20 cents, whatever. And then, boom. That opened up a bridge to a vast amount of participants and people who like to trade and people who like to just participate, and that pumped their price. Now, yes, Lithium, Alphium, whatever you want to call it, is down comparatively. But what that's going to do, the point of the wrapped Dynex, the one-to-one wrapped Dynex, is going to open the avenue for market participants to be involved. And hopefully not only buy the token, but see the interest in it and go to the marketplace and do some jobs on the Dynex marketplace and ecosystem. That'd be very interesting. But good job to the team. Happy to contribute in some form or fashion. Look for that. Wrap Dynex on the 21st. of this month, actually, it looks like. So 2 days from now, in 2024. So Monday, the 21st. So, all right, is Red Panda going live? Because I couldn't redirect to him yet earlier when I tried to add him. I know Rapid Mining is going on at 1. I seem to have lost a number of people when I started talking about Wag Layla. Not sure if that was anybody from the team or what. And again, I'm not trying to piss off people. I don't like... I try to be cool with everybody. But sometimes being honest, and I have a problem. That's actually a couple reasons why I lost previous jobs, is I'm sometimes too honest. You know what I mean? Does anybody know what I mean by that? Like, I sometimes am too honest, and I'm too transparent, and that gets me in greater trouble. And I'm not trying to piss off the project owners or anything like that, but I think the community is owed some type of explanation. I don't know why it happened. All I know is that it should have been removed. The problem that the software, the Go CPU miner that caused this, in my opinion, and I could be wrong about the cause, should have been removed. It wasn't, but it's fixed now. So we'll see how things go. But I am in contact with some great people that are working on it, so we'll see how things go. Anyways, Tickman, I hope you had a great time last night. Looks like Red Panda Mining is not going live. Rapid Mining is going live at 1 p.m. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything I can address? I am going to redirect you to Rapid Mining, but he's going to be offline for the next hour, and I don't want to keep going. So any questions, comments, concerns that I can try my best to address, please feel free to ask. I'll be more than happy to. Matter of fact, let's go log in. I'm gonna leave the stream running for a little bit. I'm gonna jump on my machines real quick on Hivon to see what is going on. Make sure my rigs are performing well. Let's open up another one and see how these babies are doing. All right, looking good. Do you guys like to use Putty to watch your Hivon rigs? I do. So let's put that top left. We'll put this top right. All right. So we got a mixed rig. This guy right here, this is a mixed rig full of 3080, 3060s, 1080 Ti, 3070, and even a 2070 in here. It's very core intensive, so drop the mem. A little bit of mem can help, but not by much. So drop the mem, do a little bit more core. I guess you could say similar to your Pyrens, which went to shit. Dude, Pyren, holy crap. What is going on with these people? I don't understand what's going on, man. It's just crazy out there in the crypto world. The crypto world has gone nuts, okay? The crypto world has gone absolutely nuts. So yeah, Pyren. Oh, geez Louise. Don't know what to say. Ignore that power rating, by the way. That power rating is super wrong. But yeah. So let's see here. 1660 Super, A2000, 400. Wow, the A2000's killing it, dude. Wait. Let's bust out some math. Is that how I do it? 0.16. Yeah, 0.16 mega hash per watt. Let's try 55 divided by 318. Okay, the 1616 Super is even better. You know what's really good? The AMD GPUs from what I was seeing. But my AMD rig is down. ARC sent me a motherboard, but I would give my boy some time because he's probably pissed off. We're doing pretty good, Last. Doing pretty good. Hope you all are doing well. What are those overclocks? You need help, my man. Hey, Zapirate. Get off my nuts, man. Get off my nuts. Okay? All right? Leave me alone. What you should do is instead of using this, you should use what I normally use, which is this, NV tool. Okay? Okay? I use NV tool, Sapphire. I just spun these up before the stream. I'm going to adjust. It's okay. It just threw on the defaults for this algorithm, which is called Walla Hash. Again, it's a mix. The white paper has the mix, the algo mix, if you're interested. Yeti, I do need your help because I looked at, because people are coming out ever since the issue started. We got people coming out of the woodworks creating miners for these things, and yeah. So the 3070 Ti is just it's got a bad fan. Yeah, it's got a bad fan. We should probably drop that. Like when I put the NV tool clocks on later, it will be a lot better. But yeah, it's got a bad fan. Yeah, I haven't been mining all summer either. So, I mean, we could see if we go back to my rig, let's see how many blocks I hit. Because I just started it before the live stream. So let's see how many blocks I have hit with all my rigs so far. And again, I'm down a rig. The AMD rig hit by lightning is still down. Don't have a board to replace it. Was shipped a board by Crypto Mikkel, but Hurricane Helene and Milton took that bitch away. But yeah, so since starting this before the stream, so an hour and 7 minutes, hour and 16 minutes at the most, I got 3 blocks on this machine that we're recording on right now. 21 blocks on XSF2 and 13 blocks on XSF4. So this is 4 and this is 2. 4 has these many GPUs, so 10. Wait, yeah, 10. And this one has 8 GPUs. And yeah, the 3070 Ti would probably need to drop that down a bit, but I'll probably use NV tool and shimmer. All right, so what do we got here? I0, 1, 10. Why is I8 in here twice? Hang on 1 second. Yeah, at the very end, you set clocks. You take out the N in the NV tool. All right, so core offset 250, 1470. It's a pirate. You want to hop in? Matter of fact, hang on. Why go for Waglela when you should have used Rust? Why go for Waglela when you should have used Rust? No, 100%. But the problem is I think I'm understanding, Wayne, what you're saying. Why use the Go miner when we should have used the node is built in Rust, right? So why use Go? I don't know why it was even left in there, if I'm understanding the question correctly. Again, I did not develop the token. This is what I did. I was asked a question. If I didn't have the answer, I put the leader in touch with somebody who did. If I could provide insight, I would provide insight. If I couldn't provide insight, I would advise to contact XYZ. I offered my contacts, pools, miner devs, yada, yada, yada. It was not requested of me despite my offer. And so my input wasn't minimal, but it's almost as if I got this. We don't need you, Serpent. We got this. We don't need you, Serpent. Thanks for the offer. We don't need you, Serpent. So I sat on the sidelines. I focused on what I needed to, like my family. And yeah, the Go miner should have been removed. The Go miners shouldn't be used. And we were running good for the first 12 hours. GPUs were hitting blocks. Everything was running fine. But when I saw that somebody said they were getting 35 mega hash on their CPU, I was like, what? And I was like, did they leave the miner in there? And I looked, and sure enough, it was still in there. And I opened it up, and all of a sudden it was block, and the GPUs that were hitting blocks consistently just stopped, and it was around 8 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that day. And I think the day we launched was Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, something like that. So yeah, things could have been a lot better, but again, not trying to piss off people, not trying to shit in somebody else's pot, just telling it how it is. You got to be very vigilant. But you know what? This is the beauty. This is like, in my opinion, old school crypto, where you don't know what you're doing. This is a whole new world, and you break stuff and you got to learn to fix it. But in today's day and age, things could have been executed better if we had taken our time a little bit more and make sure we crossed our T's and dotted our I's prior to launch. But I know we want to get a product out as soon as possible. Sometimes rushing to market can bring some growing pains, and that's exactly what happened. But issue is fixed. The bridge needs to be addressed, because again, if you look here, the bridge hash rate is not showing, right? Network hash rate is up to 1.24 terahash. I'm sure the Pirate's about to boost that up some more. But yeah, the Explorer's working. The website needs to be updated. If you wanted to donate, which by the way, the marketing funds that go in there would wind up going to me. But if you wanted to pay me directly for whatever reason, not all of it. The marketing fund, like a portion of it. Like if I did a video and it did well, a portion of it would go to me. I'm not saying all of it. Like I want them to get a proper marketing guru. I'm just a technical / marketing consultant. And to be honest, Trips and Pellish are better at marketing, considering Coochie Coin and the progress they made and the time, because I don't have the time to. Then I would get them to do somebody else or to get somebody else. And I am here if you ask me questions. I am here to help when available. I just can't guarantee my availability. So there's the truth. If anybody gives me shit, I'm just going to point them to the end of this video. We want a breakdown. Like the community wants a breakdown, like a low level, what happened, what caused the problem, what we did to fix it, yada, yada, yada. What happened that day. And I personally want one too. So I'm fighting to get one for the community, but we'll see. But if you go in that Discord, you'll see that I am at the top. I am at the tippity top. So it looks like I'm the leader, and I am not the leader. So we'll see. Sometimes the leader gets online. We'll go from there. 4-core, 8 gigabyte mem enough? Yeah, it should be. Let's look here. So this is a 4-core, right? This is a dual core system. All right, so it's not like AI GPU compute mining, but Celeron CPU, and it's running fine. 4 gigabytes of memory, or excuse me, 8 gigabytes of memory. Which one has 4? Yeah, they both have 8. But yeah, no, it should be, because this machine has 4 gigabytes of memory, and it's running the node, the CPU miner. It's not using a GPU miner because I don't have a GPU on there. But yeah. Matter of fact, the 7900 XTX is on here, but every time I try to get the 7900 XTX on here, it gets all crappy. But yeah, I'm just going to leave this bad boy up and running. The node, you're going to need the node. Follow the steps on the website, which it's all there. If you go to resources, set up node CLI. It needs to be updated, but follow the basic steps, right? Like if you're on Windows, here's this section right here. If you're on Linux, this section right here, right? Go through the steps, right? Rust update if you already have Rust instead of this command. And I'll do a video on this. I've just been waiting to get things corrected. I really don't feel good publishing something when there's still underlying issues that need to be resolved. So I know the team wants me to produce that video and this video, but I'm going to, like I normally do, produce whatever the fuck I want and be transparent and objective as I always have been. So that's it. But I'm losing subscribers the more I yap and talk. Any questions? So we can wrap up here. Zapirate, I was running the node off of VM originally, and I completely understand why you would do so. Concerns. That's why I wanted to ask Yeti, because there's been so many CPU miners and GPU miners coming that I would like to audit them. Looking at them, it just looks like the normal fork of a Pyron Caspa fork, where you got the Stratum bridge. It's listening for localhost, waiting for shares or to confirm sync with the node, and then it kicks in. So I didn't see, while it may produce some false positives, I didn't see anything malicious, but I didn't do what I would call the Yeti level audit, where you're going through greater detail, Wireshark, seeing what's going on, yada, yada, yada. There was a high dev fee on the CPU miner, but now that's gone. So just use SRB miner, the Stratum bridge, and a CLI node, and set up your wallet. Wallet's very easy. If you get stuck, use the commands like wallet -- help, and so on and so forth to help you out, okay? All right, so let's see here. Para just posted a Hive OS fix, by the way. Thank you, Lass. I'll have to check that out. As soon as I woke up, I straight up like came on over. But now some of you that are in the Waglelo Discord know the truth. I'm not a dev. I don't know exactly what happened, but I know what time it happened. I fed that information and data to the lead people and the people that do know more than me, and things are getting fixed. I just believe they rushed too fast, and this is what happens when you do that. Sold off my BTC and obtained the money to the Cancer Foundation. Wow, that's so nice of you, Wayne. If that's true, that's so nice of you. If you sold. Wonders if my i7 would work as I'm using Fujitsu Mini PC. I mean, the i7, look at the, dude, look at this. This is a Intel, this is a crappier dual core. Crappier than the Celeron. It's probably like a Celeron 30 something. So yeah, you're only gonna get like 1 mega hash, if that. But you could, I mean, your i7 might be like my 7900 XTX, just FY, or my 7950X CPU was only getting 24 mega hash. But I was hitting blocks on it, just not as much as GPU, because GPU is starting to climb up the rankings when it was mostly CPU at the beginning. We start off GPU, bug/exploit that I found and reported. GPUs were no longer getting blocks, so CPUs were the only ones that can mine and make blocks. That has been working up until last night, where GPUs could get back online, and so now you got CPU miners and GPU miners both getting blocks. CPUs won't get as much as GPUs, but it's still viable. If you want to play around with it, play around with it. If cost of electricity is too high in your area, don't do it. The amount of projects I help out in the community and got random roll, it's like 6 by now. People forget not everyone with a role is a dev. Yeah. I just want to make sure that's clear to everybody, though. What's up, Stacy? How you doing? Rusty Nose can run Raspberry Pi. So 4-core, 8 gigabyte, actually, CPU should be fine. Yeah. So Paragon, good job. Triton, good job. A number of others in the Discord. If you watch this, good job. I'm really stoked to see how quickly you guys have came around. It was very funny because we produced a GPU or above resistant algo accidentally. But that's not the case. The case is, I'm pretty sure, and again, I'm still working to get confirmation, was it the Stratum bridge? Was it a miner? Whatever. But again, it all started, the point of ingress or the event horizon was me and somebody else was able to initialize the Go CPU miner that's in the CLI wallet or the files that should have been removed pre-launch but wasn't. And when we did that, we fucked everybody. GPUs no longer hit blocks. CPUs are the only one hitting blocks. So it became unprofitable. Even though the coin's not on an exchange, it became pointless to mine her GPU until we fixed it. It's been fixed. Here you go. And just for the record, the person that fixed it is the person that I asked to fix it. The lead did bring him into the meeting, but I was the one that got him in touch with this person, as well as paid the person with my own money to prioritize the fix. So you're welcome. I'd even tell the lead dev that. So you guys got insider information. I just wanted to do what was right for the community and for the project. You guys know me, most of you do. That's how I always carry myself. I'm always doing what's best for the people, even at the sacrifice of my own, again, mental health, and whatever. So I got a lot on my plate. WAG Layla's up. Things are getting fixed. Things are going to get tweaked. I want to get you guys an update on what exactly happened, like a low level. Here's what fucked up. Get that out to you. I'll work with the team to try to get that to you if possible. I believe it should be, but I just don't want to set expectations and guarantees that I can't keep. Cats Crypto killing it. Look for centralized exchanges like Biconomy, Dextrade, so on, for that token to become available. Play around in the Solana market. Support Cats Crypto, Kuchi Coin if you got the funds to do it. Your algo bot, your trading bot, whatever it might be on that Solana ecosystem. WAG Layla, proof of work. Caspa-ish fork, but different algo, a number of different things. Good people behind it, just needed a tweak on the execution and to calm down on the rush to market situation. But besides that, good heart, good people behind it. Got to get some things tweaked, stuff like that. So I'm going to keep on making it happen. Got to focus on my dad, which, by the way, if anybody wanted to know, it's multiple myeloma, if you want to look that up. But again, everybody's been impacted by cancer. So small violin, it just sucks. Been depressed most of this week. Then the WAG Layla situation happened. It's just been a shit show. But I will be okay. Thank you. And again, thank you for all your support. So anyways, I got to adjust these clocks before Zapirate has an aneurysm. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, get some food, get some tuning going on. And I will keep you guys in my thoughts and prayers. I appreciate every single one of you. So if there's no other questions, I will see you all later. Let's see, Wayne Mining. My electricity is 40 cents. Ooh, my bull comes every second. All right, good luck. Accidental oops, doing good. Thanks for asking. It's fixed. Yes, it is. An actual Casper fork instead of Carlson rebrand. My dad has severe. Oh, wow. Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying, man. Like, everybody's family, like, we all have somebody that's being impacted by something. So it's no, I'm not going to be like, my pain is worse than yours, because it's not. We all have pain and we all have things we have to deal with and challenges. So whether you believe or not, I will continue to pray and be positive. And I wish you all the best of luck and love from me. And thank you for your support. So I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you so much. Check out the WAG Layla Discord. Videos will be dropping soon. While I'm affiliated to the project, again, I am not the leader of the project, but I will help, as I always have done for many years. So do me a favor on the way out. Hit that like button, get subscribed, hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out additional links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And to the lead or leaders of WAG Layla, please don't be mad at me for just being transparent and honest. All right? Let's continue to push forward and try to get the project that you envisioned in the right way that you want. All right. You all get yourselves out of here. Have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you in the next one.